And we're up for the very last time. This is it. The end of all things, the battle of battles, the boss of bosses, the second phase of we don't know how many. It's been a long and hard fought journey to get here. Our heroes have ridden skyships, they've delved deep into ancient boneyards, they have climbed mountains, they have overcome extra dimensional invaders, they have been cast out into the multiversal void itself, all seeking to combat a primordial enemy of all creation, the dragon deity Tiamat. In her mad quest to swallow up countless worlds, she was crushed and pinned and sealed in place by gods of the multiverse. But ever since, she has sought to escape. And now our party has been drawn into this ancient battle. They have chased her into her own dark multiversal heart, facing their own demons and alternate selves. And now they have arrived here. They have fought Tiamat's first form, a massive cosmic dragon formed out of swirling stellar matter. They managed to carve through until finally the humanoid voice of Tiamat rang out, screaming, "Enough!" Now the dragon of cosmic clouds has condensed and taken on the form of a giant woman. Wrapped, encased, perhaps growing out of her are dragon scales and horns and wings. She hangs suspended in the air in this void space. You all are standing on the fractured remains of broken worlds. And on the ground around you are huge glowing representations of the seals that continue to bind her. But her patience is at an end. Her multiversal magic continues to work. You just saw Alex replaced by his own dark doppelganger, the bandit king of ravens. And now we have one more roll to make. Alex, roll 1d10 for me.
Oh.
5. All right. So, Tiamat is hanging in the air between you. The Raven King version of Alex is flapping his wings in the void. And it is Brick's turn. Brick, what would you like to do?
She's kind of far out there. And there's no little pebbles to stand on this time. That's kind of no fun. Um, I got an idea. Sweet. Alright. So Brick is going to click off of that. We're going to jump to this tile, or come over here to this tile.
All right.
And then, no, check my inventory.
This is definitely the smoke 'em if you got 'em point of the campaign. So if you have consumables, this is the time. I'll say it does look like you've got a potion of flying. That would cover you the rest of the fight, probably.
Go.
At least this fight.
It's looking very tempting. I think I'm gonna have to do it.
I'll say that
So,
potion is going to be an action.
oh,
But you could do that one and do like a healing potion on a bonus action.
yeah. So I'll do the potion of flying, and then I'll do a potion of superior healing.
All right.
28.
So I'm going to give you a choice. I have a couple of ideas of what this potion of flying could look like for you. Would you like some suggestions, or do you have an idea yourself of what it looks like when Brick drinks this potion?
Um, Let me hear yours first. I
All right.
didn't really think about it.
One solid option is just the straight up Goku hanging in the air flying. Sort of classic for a monk. Another option would be sort of tendrils of electricity forming wings like the Storm King.
I like the electricity one better.
All right. You all see Brick drinks this potion, and there is a thud, and then it repeats, and he realized that for some reason this world heart that has been carved into Brick's chest is pulsing. It interacts with this potion of flying, and this sort of phantasmal, ragged cloak extends out and back from Brick's shoulders, and electricity crackles along it, and then there's a this thunderous burst, and now this ragged, sort of torn cloak is interspersed with tendrils of electricity that are holding him aloft. Brick is now flying. All right. That is the end of Brick's turn, unless he would like to move anymore.
Um, yeah, I'm going to first have enough movement when I calculate it to land there.
All right. Let's see. Asmir, are you concentrating on draconic form? Is that right?
Am I? Probably. Oh, that's right. Yep, I am.
All right. At the end of Brick's turn, Tiamat raises a hand, points it at you, and then clenches her hand into a claw and wrenches in the air. You feel something ripping at the arcane fabric around you. Give me a Constitution saving throw. That is exactly enough. You managed to resist the effect. You don't know exactly what it did, but you could feel it pulling at the magic around you. Oh, yeah, don't forget, you have inspiration. Because you were the one who got closest to figuring out what the seals were.
Oh, yep. I don't.
Good to know for the
what is that?
future.
Yeah.
Well, it is Tiamat's turn now. Let's see. What would she like to do? Yeah, she's going to get some of y'all locked up. She begins to chant some ancient draconic tongue, so old that it is entirely incomprehensible to you all. Yeah. She is going to target Brick. Brick, give me a charisma saving throw.
Easy.
Let's see if that was enough. It is not. This is the spell save DC of a deity.
This is true.
She points at you, and you feel space warps and tears and rearranges itself around you. And you are encased in a cage of pure force. And that is a 10 by 10 box, which encloses you.
Ready then.
There we go.
So can he start doing like mime stuff where he puts his hands against the...
And it is literally bars.
Oh.
All right. That was her action. I think that's it. She will regain her legendary actions, and that is her turn. Asmir, you are up.
Okay then. Well, I haven't got to use this yet, so just for fun. Oh, jeez.
All right. Now, is Sunburst, is that a concentration spell?
No, it's just a single cast thing.
What level is that?
Whatever the final or the biggest level is that we have, 8th.
Oh, geez. I didn't scroll far enough down. I'm not used to you all having 8th level spells.
Right.
So here's an interesting question. Can you actually put this somewhere that is not going to hit
I just realized that because I did not realize it was a 60 foot.
60-foot radius?
I don't think I have careful spell anymore. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter because I think it's one of those ones that even on a save it still damages. Well, no wonder it's probably one of those. Yeah. When would that be useful then?
And how much damage can this spell do?
51 is what I rolled.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Just drop it on me.
It can blind you though.
I'm in a box.
Oh, maybe it'll destroy the box for you.
Wouldn't count on that one.
It'll just damage and blind you, and the box will remain.
Alright, I got this.
Okay, so if you could drop it to that point here. But now... Okay, it is possible.
Okay. Barely doable.
It is barely doable. You have to cast it at least 100 feet away to make this work.
It's like in a literal nuclear explosion or something. In what situation would that be easy to use, I wonder? Because, like...
I mean, you'd have to be like before basically ambush.
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's like it should be. Yeah, it'd be like an opening. Yeah, move before your party's like all dispersed everywhere.
So she is going to make a con save. She gets a 24.
Of course.
What does it do on a successful save?
Half as much damage and isn't blinded.
All right. Still, 25 points of damage is not nothing. That would obliterate like
Yeah.
a level 4 or 5 character, probably. All right. That was your action. Anything else?
Okay. See how many mortuary points do I have? Yeah, I'll do a bonus. Um, Firebolt. Oh no, never mind. I was kidding.
Yep, that is not going to hit. So, what you all see is Asmir begins to channel this spell and basically forms like a tiny sun in his hands and then fires it out into the void. And it streaks past Tiamat. But then it gets about 50 feet past her and then it explodes. And for an instant, it swells up like by the standard of suns, a miniature sun. And this scorching solar wave hits her in the back. But she flaps her wings and space rends and tears around her. And she deflects part of it into the void. Although you can see it still scorching away some of her scales. Bandit King of Ravens, or Raven King of Bandits. It is your turn. And I sent you that stat block.
Nope, yep, that's right. He's on evil mode right now.
Oh, well, I hadn't looked. I didn't realize you sent it to me. I was
No
going to
worries.
ask for it.
So you don't have legendary actions, but everything else on there.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, he only gets 2 attacks.
Yeah, now you're playing as him, and you're like, it's only 2 attacks.
I mean, of course.
It was the flying 600 feet in the air thing, I think, was the big challenge with him.
Yep. Yeah, it's all about context.
Also, based on context, Iron Tyrant actually hits harder.
Yeah. I didn't update the challenge ratings. That's part of it.
Ah,
Each of them is exactly as powerful as when you fought them.
heck, the Iron Tyrant had a better hit chance.
No resist poison's pretty nasty, though.
Oh, I know. I'm just going over. Really, just hit whoever I want.
Even Tiamat.
Not Tiamat.
Unfortunate.
All right, whatever. Well then, Jack, you're getting an arrow.
Take an arrow to the knee.
21.
That'll get me.
Yeah, I knew that would get you, Jack. Oh, that went above average damage.
Nice.
How much?
28.
That is a lot.
Yeah. You know what, Asmir? Asmir gets the next one. Oh, that's a crit.
Of course it is.
Wow.
Oh, I have the Cloak of Displacement, though.
Oh, okay. Forget about that.
It's the last fight, and finally he's remembering.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
That sticky note finally kicked in.
24.
That'll still hit.
Okay.
That would be.
That went way above average. Tiny, you're lucky. I was debating and hitting you, and I guess I could have crit you.
Oof. All right.
All right, well,
These poisoned arrows from the Raven King of Bandits fly out from this winged figure hanging in the void. One strikes Jack. You feel the poison racing through you. You barely have time to react before another one slices through the air, completely ignoring the shimmering illusion around Asmir to deliver a poisoned payload to him as well. Both of you feel this weakening strain of poison running through your veins. Is there
Would
any?
this rose thing do anything against it, or probably not?
So this is the poison. Actually, it might. Hold on. It depends on which one you have. Green chromatic rose. Yeah, you'd be sacrificing it, but it would reduce the damage. It would do half damage.
Okay.
So 15 damage is not a bad trade off for a consumable.
Yeah, no. So how much damage would
And
that be for me?
so you would only take 15.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. If you would take more than 10 from a single source, the rose disintegrates. Oh, and you take no damage instead. So you are
Oh,
only poisoned.
okay. So I'm still poisoned, but yeah.
But you don't have to roll a new concentration check either.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right. I think then that Tiamat is going to go ahead and use a legendary action. What would be the most fun? And Tiny, you're not concentrating on anything, right?
I don't think so. I think you already got rid of my moonbeam.
All right. Yeah, that's right. So then. Oof. Yeah, it's brutal, but that's what she's going to do. No, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll see what happens. Jack, you're up.
All right. Um, I'm going to try and jump over to that life rune by. Whoa, what just happened?
Hmm.
Oh no, a window popped up on my screen. So anyway, I'm going to try to jump over to that life rune by going 5, 10, 15, and then jumping 20, 25, 30. Um, and then I am going to try and Psychic Dagger Tiamat.
All right. Go for it.
Getting an 8 to I'm going to try and do my precision throwing thing. Add a d10
Did
to
you roll
that.
with disadvantage?
No, should I?
Isn't that part of poisoned?
Oh, I got poisoned again?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, from the arrow.
Gotcha. So yeah, 18 was the disadvantage then.
All
But I'm
right.
going to try and use my where is it?
It's buried in one of your other features. It like groups them all together.
What's it called? Precision
I
something?
thought it was like homing blades or something.
That sounds right.
Homing strikes.
Why can I never find this thing?
It's under soul blades. It's the same place where your psychic teleportation is at.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have its own bolded text.
It's also at the very bottom of your actions page, under your special, alongside like sneak attack.
Unarmed psychic veil.
So 18 does not hit. What do you need? I think you roll 1d10.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna roll the D10. Nope, not a D100. Take away that. Adding 2, making it a 20.
A 20 just barely hits.
Just barely hit it. I'll take it. Dealing only 10 damage. Oh, but I have to roll my one more D8. 16 damage because I don't
Nice.
have sneak attack. Then I will bonus action attack. Remembering to do it with disadvantage this time, though. Getting a 16.
Does not
But
do it.
I'm not going to use a precision thing. So that'll be my turn.
All right. A wild dog has entered the frame. Come for the D&D action. Stay for the yipping, biting dog. All right. That was Jack's turn. It is Tiny's turn.
We will. I really want Moonbeam back up because I'm not concentrating on anything and I feel like I should be. So I'm gonna recast that.
All right. So first, she is going to save. She gets a 24.
Okay.
So that does still create the moonbeam, so that'll stay around. Didn't expect that. See what was I using for that. That's from Toasty Thaumaturgy. That's a 5-foot radius, right?
Right.
All right. So now, for grins and giggles, so you cast the spell. You see a lot of it like it comes down, and then almost like water hitting a rock. It hits something in the air above her and splits and goes around her, sort of blunting most of that initial damage. Does it do half on a save, or nothing?
That's a good question. Yeah, half on a save.
All right, so she is going to take the 6 radiant, but she is also, as the spell sort of shunts down to the side, she just sort of reaches a hand out and runs it through like someone running their hand through a waterfall, and she like collects this condensed light in each hand and molds it into a spell, and she's going to use spell mimicry and is going to drop a moonbeam back on you. And that is a DC 22 saving throw.
What a copycat.
And since that was 3rd level, she cast it at the same. £19 of radiant damage.
And then do I also do a saving throw then too for my
Yes.
concentration?
So you do maintain the spell.
And I'm gonna hop over to Fate.
All right.
And I guess as a bonus action, I will move my little hammer down there and smack on her.
Yep, you've got enough room. No one's on Fate right now, right?
But I will miss.
All right. All right, we're on initiative count 20. You all see that same sort of disturbance, reality bending and warping in the air. Everybody except for Alex and Tiny, give me a D20 roll.
Oh, we're still doing that.
Yep.
So last
Not gonna
phase,
be me,
though.
guys.
My computer doesn't want to roll, so
Although this might be the round where I want it to be me.
Oof. I'll say none of them are great options. I feel like Asmir's alternate selves are maybe the most immediately dangerous.
I just want to be the psycho and then salt the wounds.
All
That's all I
right.
want for some reason.
We didn't really see much of Tiny's alternate. We chopped through him real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, you all very quickly were like, F this guy, and killed him.
I mean, he brought that on himself, okay? He attacked us and we were right there.
yeah, I was just like, yeah, bad timing, positioning.
That's interesting. Where did Maledict Jack go?
Um,
That's sort of terrifying.
That's okay. We don't need him back.
right now, yeah, he's off doing something else. He has important errands to run.
I mean, it might just mean that he's somewhere else doing something not great.
Maybe he's right behind me.
He's doing the Loki thing where he disappears into an alternate universe, causing mayhem somewhere else.
All right. And then, so Alex, when you return, what would be good for Alex? Let's see what kind of little bit of juice you can pull from the ether here.
I can use an abdominals, a second wind, water maneuver. I haven't
Yeah.
had a chance to use an action surge yet, so now I feel dumb. I've gone 2 action surges in this fight.
I'll give you back an Indomitable. That's going to be that's probably going to offset more damage than a second wind would heal. All right.
Or a water
and-
maneuver, those things.
Yeah. Jack, roll 1d10 for me.
Eight.
All right. That lined up really well for you all. All right. Brick, you are up.
All right. First things first.
Oh, yeah, you're in a box.
Right? Just punch it.
Yeah. You know what? It's fine. This realm seems pretty shadowy, right? It's all voided. You say there's shadows out here, Colby?
Yeah, I think you could say that.
Like there'd be like nice little shadow right here on this rock within like 60 feet of me.
Sure.
Since it's steel bars, I should be able just to kind of just shadow step over there and
Oh,
out
it
the
is not
box I
steel
go.
bars. It is bars formed from the primordial elements of creation. You're going to have to make a charisma saving throw.
I tried, you guys.
That is just barely going to fail. Your teleport fizzles out, and you have wasted your bonus action.
Dang. Oh, better luck next time. Oh, wait, that was just my bonus action?
Yep.
Alright. I haven't learned my lesson. I'll learn it eventually. Punch the wall.
I need to look and see if it says anything about what happens if you do this.
I mean, I don't learn my lessons too well, so... I mean, I gotta punch the wall somehow.
Gotta try.
It is completely unbreakable from what I am reading.
That's a cheat.
It's magic.
And?
It's interdimensional, eternal magic.
It's fine. They will...
Right. Since when hasn't punching been good?
All right. Well, that would be the end of Brick's turn. This is going to get real messy. I can never remember. There's my thing. All right. Tiamat moves back a couple of spaces. She does make a con save at the start of her turn. $25. So give me moonbeam damage. Tane.
He's working on it and he's muted. So there's too many buttons to push.
Oh, I guess she can't move back first because this is a legendary action. She can still catch y'all. So she's going to go ahead and use her. So we'll save that for the start of her turn. She's going to go ahead and use her breath weapon as a legendary action. So that means that Alex, Maledict Jack, Asmir, and Tiny all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Weird. Kind of want to fail this.
I know, it would actually be really good if Maledict Jack failed this.
Can I have his character sheet, by the way?
Oh yeah, I thought I sent it to you.
Did you send it? Did you
18
DM it
seconds,
to me?
it does.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there it is. No, yeah. Sorry.
This is
Oh,
my
wait, am I
brick
still
in a
poisoned?
box.
How do I do a saving throw from?
You might just have to hit a D20 plus 3.
Oh, okay, so there's no proficiency mod for that guy.
No, if
Or
there was
health
if
or-
there was any extra modifier, it shows up under saving throws.
Ah, gotcha.
I guess if you wanted to, you could create your own encounter and throw him into it.
Nah, we're good.
All right.
I got a 21.
So
I'm assuming
21.
18 doesn't pass, so I'm involved in that.
But you'll accept my 5, right?
So unfortunately, it looks like Jack passes, and that is it. That is the worst combination.
Right? All the things to have happen.
Can I try and dowel that one, Colby?
Yes.
I mean, it will be worse. I can guarantee.
Oh.
Guaranteed.
And this is the one that's super annoying. So good news here. So Tiny, you're going to take the damage, but you are not going to be affected by the rider, the secondary effect. Jack won't be affected because it's not his real body. So it's really just Alex and Asmir that are getting the full brunt of this.
Sure.
So everybody takes 26 points of force damage. And then Asmir and Alex, you both have that time reality breath effect again. So you are you have the poison condition. Your attack rolls against you have advantage. And you have to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, and you need 3 successes.
Oh, yeah.
So that is a nested combo of suck. All right, and that was her legendary. Now on her turn, let's see. Yeah, now she's going to get out of Moonbeam. Does not recharge her breath. Does recharge spell mimicry. Where does she want to move? I think that she is not a fan of Tiny, and she's going to go wreck Tiny's day. So as a bonus action... Oh, whoops. Oh, that's not a bonus action. She's just going to move like any old person. She flies through space on these huge wings made of the void. And she is going to start smacking Tiny around. $18 to hit.
Yeah.
19 force damage. And go ahead and give me a concentration check. Oof. Your moonbeam winks out. You are no longer concentrating. And she's going to try and hit you with that same attack again. 19 to hit.
Yeah.
23 force damage. So she's doing that like telekinetic beatdown thing. She hits you and blasts you back 10 feet and then reaches out and pulls you back to her and hits you again. Then, is this useful? Everyone can fly. One of her abilities is much less useful when everyone can fly. All right, Asmir, you are up.
I forgot to do a con save for if I make concentration with my...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, never mind, I'm fine. Okay, so I'm poisoned. And I have to do... Do I roll the thing at the end of my turn or the beginning?
End of your turn.
Okay. Is there anything I can do about being poisoned?
So it's the same effect. I think if you have something that would clear the poisoned effect, I would let it clear the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything for that.
They really are not super clear on how combo status effects work, even though they write them.
Okay, well. Since I still have it, I'll just breath weapon her.
All right. She's going to make a dex save. 25. So is that half damage?
The window in the way. Yeah, half as much on a successful. Yeah.
Cool. And what are you going to do with your action?
Well, that was my bonus. I always forget that. Which is kind of nice because I don't have to use my sorcery points, I guess, to do a cantrip.
Yeah. Or you can cast a full spell if you want to. Because that's
really?
not a spell, that's just an effect of a spell.
Oh.
You already cast the
I
spell before.
I never realized that. Well then. Yeah, I'll stick with Fireball this time, for Firebolt. Just 25 hit.
25 will hit. Nice. So your dragon's breath is partially muted by this reality warping shell around her. But in the moment that she sort of breaks that effect, your firebolt is able to pass through and hit her, cracking and scorching a section of her scales. Anything else?
I can move, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll move there. Just spread out a little. Did Tiny do his whatever the bonus health is?
Twilight Sanctuary.
Yes.
Yes, it was. What was it? I want to say it was 19, but yep,
It's the
19.
last one I get. I see. Okay, 19. Oh, and then I have to roll something, right?
Yes, your Constitution saving throw to start breaking the breath effect. That will not do it, unfortunately.
Didn't think so. All right, so what am I supposed to use inspiration for?
Inspiration will let you re-roll that check if you wanted to.
Okay. Um, it seems like as good an option as any. Never mind. But completely useless.
Wolf. And you even have a good modifier. That's just bad dice.
All right. Yeah, I'm just not doing well with that right now.
All right. In that case, Alex, you're up.
Like the first time I'm ever gonna have a turn to hit Tiamat again. So we're gonna go we're gonna use the wings to dash with a bonus action.
All right.
20 to finally get a chance to hit Tiamat. It's been a hot minute.
You will actually no. You'll be rolling flat since you're across from Tiny.
Yeah. Yep. Planned it out.
Jeez.
Must have known
Yeah.
hits.
31 will hit.
21.
21 will hit. No, sorry. Yeah. 21 will hit. Jeez.
19 will not
19
hit.
misses.
We're going to, I guess, just go all out. Is my best chance. We're going to accent surge it.
28 will hit. Jeez.
Nope.
18 misses. 23 hits.
23. Then roll that. Dang it. Don't pass my con save.
Nope. Did you take a bonus? Oh, yeah, bonus action to dash. That's right.
Yes.
All right. Whew.
And that's everything.
Jeez. All right. Maledict Jack.
I don't want to have to leave that life seal, but I can't control him. I can't
Nope.
select the token.
Oh, yeah, I can fix that real quick.
That's okay. You can just
It takes 2 clicks.
okay.
There you go.
What was the last Twilight Sanctuary?
19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over here next to Asmir, and I'm going to attack you a couple times. Critting on the first one.
What? Oh, I've displaced the cloak thing.
So Maledict Jack actually begins invisible.
Oh.
So he would have advantage, which would cancel your displacement.
So you'll have to do a Constitution saving throw. And I'm assuming a 20. Yeah, that passes. So you're not grappled.
Nope, he is grappled. He doesn't have his maximum hit points reduced.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So go ahead and roll a concentration check for Draconic Transformation.
Oh, because I took damage?
Yeah.
Oh, how much damage did I take?
19.
19. I don't know what's the rolling concentration. What's he rolling against?
You have to beat a 10 for concentration checks, as far as I know.
Unless, so it's 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Oh,
So
Okay,
someone has to
so-
do over 20 before it starts to be different.
right.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to do that attack on you again. Getting a 15 to hit.
My armor class is 15, so I'm
That-
assuming that hits.
That will hit. And
If it's ever a tie, it goes to the one who's rolling.
That's what I thought. Meets it, beats it. Yeah, what's the...
that deals 15 damage to you.
And another
And-
con save.
2 more.
Yep.
One.
That
So
beats
that's for
that.
hit point reduction. So the
Yep.
other one is your concentration check.
Wait, what was the damage? 15?
Yep, 15.
That was confusing because it was also a 15 for the roll. Okay, there we go.
Wait. Should
Huh?
I have rolled with disadvantage?
No, once you hit the first time, it's negated till the end of the turn.
Gotcha. So good. You kept that up.
For now.
For now, yeah.
And then I'm going to do this because you're grappled. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
This is going to be so
And
painful.
I really need you to beat 18. Thank goodness.
This would be
So yeah, the
crippling.
only other saving throw that I have a pretty nice bonus on is, yeah.
That would be incredibly debilitating on a sorcerer.
So, does he take half damage, I'm assuming?
He still takes half damage, and
Okay.
technically Maledict Jack regains that much health, but that doesn't matter for our purposes.
Um,
So that is one more Constitution save then.
and
What was the
and
damage?
18,
19.
right? 19, sorry.
So it's still a DC 10.
Really tested my luck. Oh, there we go.
It is pretty amazing, but also you'd have to roll. You only have a 15% chance of losing your spell.
Yeah. I was like, I have to roll like a 3 or something to...
All right. Anything else from Maledict Jack?
No, that's movement, his multi-attack, and he doesn't have any bonus actions that I can see, so that is everything.
All right. Then it is Tiny. Tiny, you're up.
I'm feeling like we're all pretty hurt here.
I like the long
So-
row of statuses I have. In my character.
Yeah, right. Hope you can keep track of that. So we're gonna cast Aid. So 30 hit points to myself, Alex, and Asmir. Sorry, Jack, but you're a bad guy right now.
You're being bad.
It's good. I get it.
And then as a bonus action,
Wait, is that just healing? That's not the max health one.
that is the max health one.
Oh, okay, so...
I'm going to negate the other
Wait, what if I
modifier
already
then.
have a max HP modifier, because I have 35 on my max HP. So would that be another 30?
Wait, did you cast Aid?
Yeah.
So you had already cast Aid at the beginning of the fight. So I think you can restore the health, but it's not going to change the max HP modifier. Those don't stack, because otherwise you could just be like,
Yeah.
you know, I cast Aid 4 times and now I have 1,000,000 hit points. Although it looks like it will. Did you affect Alex?
Yes.
That will help Alex, because I guess maybe the last time Maledict Jack was out, his max
Yeah,
HP
I think it
mod.
selected different people.
He
Well,
got me.
Yeah, and I
last
think
time,
his,
so that would
so that'll offset. So now you have a positive 13 max HP modifier.
that. There we go. That That makes me better.
And then I can't bonus action Misty Step, right?
Not if you cast aid on an action.
And let's... I really want to get away from her. Would I be able to bonus action telekinetic shove her 5 feet?
Does it have a size limitation? Oh wait, you've got this on your Tome of the Dark Tapestry. You can spend a charge as a bonus action to teleport to a location within the radius of your Twilight Sanctuary.
Oh, I do?
Uh-huh. Y'all gotta read these.
Oh.
They do things.
That's awesome. I'll do that. Yeah. So we'll do that. And then I'm actually going to jump over to the life thing with my normal movement then. And then in that case, I still have a bonus action, so I'll move that hammer over there and attack with that.
So wait, what were you saying about your hammer?
Wait, was that?
You already used action
no,
and
that was
bonus
my bonus
action.
action from the top. Yep, we're good.
All right.
That's it then.
At the end of your turn, oh yeah, that would have been good to remember. At the end of your turn, she is going to target. Tiny, are you under the effect of the aid spell?
Yes.
Oh, but you cast that at 7th level.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she'll just hit Asmir for fun. She'll use a legendary action to smack Asmir.
Take that, Asmir.
That's what I get for.
Rolling with disadvantage, she gets a 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Dealing 19 points of force damage and pulling you next to her.
I was going to say, she can hit me from that far away.
Yep. She got big, long goddess arms. All right. So it is time for the replace. Everybody except for Jack is going to give me a D20 roll.
At this point, just have me fail it.
Woof. Woof. So, hey, there you go. I'll let you choose Iron Tyrant or Raven King.
I don't know. They're both goofy, both fun.
And they're both punishing to the party in different ways.
Right.
I mean, at this point, if I went either one, Asmir would probably die.
Oh, well, you know.
Let's go Iron Tyrant. I really want to make this fight challenging for us.
All right. I'm just going to do this.
Well, I still be able to roll a con save, so I don't have to sit for an extra 4 rounds to get rid of the...
I'll just go ahead and tell you. When you come back, the effect will be gone.
Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness.
And then, Alex, I'll
be
also
nice.
have you roll 1d10.
What did these rolls do again?
I don't know that you all have found out.
I've
Something is
yet to
happening,
find
but
out.
you all have not actually seen it happen.
I got a 5.
All right, we've had a 5 before. All right. Brick, you're still in a box.
Yeah, and I tried to become the person. I'm stuck in a box.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just get this over with. Yeah. All right.
Hey, you escape. Where are you teleporting to?
How far can I teleport right there?
I think it's 60 feet. That gets you pretty much anywhere.
Right.
Like,
Right there.
all right, go ahead and drop yourself.
Let me. Yeah.
Did we ever figure out what the body seal thingy does?
Oh yeah,
Is that how he's teleporting?
you would have that effect. No, he's a way of shadows monk. Whenever there's dim light,
Okay.
he can teleport. So since you didn't get to use it, I'm gonna let you actually hold on to it. Wait, where did you go? Oh, you're like under her on my screen. There we go. You're gonna have advantage on your attack rolls. Although you would have advantage on the first one anyway when you teleport, but that's okay.
Yeah. Let me go right there. That would get flanking with a. I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know, just the thoughts. This case Asner. Oh, this feels good. This feels really good, guys.
Whew.
Oh, yeah, crit.
All right. And then you're going to deal. Don't forget your Hands of the Void Fist are crit as well. So that's 2d8
Yeah.
force damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. I got a 3 on each one.
Nice.
Let's see if we keep that going. Give me another one.
That'll also hit.
I need this to keep going. We're gonna roll a key point for Fury Blows.
You used your bonus action to teleport.
I sometimes forget.
But
You know what?
yeah,
Just
17.
so I can still spend a key point. We'll have a stunning strike in there,
All right.
knowing that she's going to pass. She rolls a 2.
Well, I mean, you might make her burn a. She got a nat 1. She's going to burn a legendary resistance. That was
That's awesome.
that was a very good use of a key point. All right. At the end of your turn, she's going to burn another legendary action, which I should mark, and is going to smack. I think she's going to smack Brick. She wants to break up this flanking. Yeah, that's a 30 to hit Brick.
On.
18 points of force damage, and she's going to knock you 15 feet back. Or sorry, 10 feet back. So she breaks up that flanking, but doesn't give up Asmir. All right, and now it is her turn. See if her breathy breath comes back. It does not. Well, where is... Is it worth keeping up her moonbeam? Is it an action to move? That's not worth it. She's going to let moonbeam drop. And... You know what? She's just going to try to get somebody out of this. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Jack. I forgot about you for a second.
I mean, that's okay.
Maledict Jack vanishes. You reappear. You are no longer have that crazy breath weapon poison.
I mean, I'm happy with that, but I don't like being able to be targeted.
Well, I was just looking. I was like, wait, why do I have two bosses out here? Oh yeah, this would be fun. She's going to use gravity shift on Jack. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
25.
All right, you succeed. So then she's just going to punch Asmir. Whew. Got a 19 and a 15 on the die. So that is a disadvantage 29.
Okay.
So she hits Asmir for 25 points of force damage. That negates his displacement, so she makes this next attack with advantage, getting a 24.
I'll hit 2.
28 points of force damage. So she does the same thing to you that she did to Tiny a second ago. She yo-yos you. So she smashes you back 10 feet and then rips you back 10 feet to hit you again. Each of these blows has that like Superman smashing through a building sound. That like pow, pow, which really scared my dog. It is scary, buddy.
Right? Yeah. She's a deity. She's evil.
All right. Then it is Asmir's turn.
Oh, okay then.
So let's see if any of your stuff has come off. You're no longer grappled. That's good.
Okay. Oh, wait. I don't remember now. What am I doing? Do this.
All right. I cannot believe how long you have successfully held onto that concentration. It is wild. She only gets a 13. That is... She's going to burn another legendary. Oh, she did get her legendary actions back. All right, that's your bonus action. What about your action? Although, do remember, Alex has been replaced by the Iron Tyrant and is within 10 feet of you.
Okay, so what's that mean?
That you're going to have two bosses attacking you, very likely,
Right.
here in just a second.
I will smoke you, Asmir. I will get flanking and get advantage. You will be done.
I should have made an explicit... I've been kind of doing that. I should have made this sort of bounty system explicit. So, like, the more damage you deal to the people around you, the more bonus you get when you come back. So are you
I dealt a lot of damage.
Are you fireballing her?
Yes.
All right. Oh, you're probably fireballing both of them, right?
Sure.
Not that it matters for the other, but... Oof. Rolls another nat 1, and she is going to burn her last legendary. Although, she is going to use spell mimicry. Make a charisma saving throw. That just barely fails. She is going to drop a fireball on. Let's see, those are a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
So they are biggins.
Although I guess I have immunity because of my chromatic heart.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not targeting you.
Oh. Oh, even more fun. Okay, well. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
I stole my
She is
spell.
going to drop it on Jack and Tiny. So both of you need to give me a dexterity saving throw. And what level did you cast that at?
Mm, I think it was the base level. Whatever that is. 3?
I feel like
Yeah.
I normally can look and tell, but I can't. All right. Jack takes no damage. Tiny is going to take. Is going to take 8d6. Tiny takes 33 points of fire damage. So you drop this fireball on her. And again, she like waves her hand and reality ripples. And she diverts part of the fire, pumps it back up with her own sort of void magic, and flings it past you to explode and wash over your friends. That was your action and bonus action. Anything else?
Oh, I was going to move.
All right.
I'm just going to hang out over here now.
Then it is the Iron Tyrant's turn. Alex, what are you going to do?
Well, first I need to go here and pull up the right sheet. Second, I need to let's see, 15. Hey, Jack. You ever been hit by a really big sword?
Oh,
Oh no!
would you like?
That's 2. I can't crit teammate, but I can crit my teammates.
I think I'd like to use my ability that cuts damage in half.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Your uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
How would I roll this for crit damage?
Oh my gosh, and that was Reaping Blade. So that's going to be 14d10 divided by 2.
Oh, well. I'll roll twice, then I'm lazy.
So 77
14.
divided by 2. 38 points of necrotic damage on the first hit.
That's already divided by 2?
Yes. It did
Both those are-
14d10. I think that's pretty close to disintegration damage. Also, if you get dropped to 0 by that effect, you die.
Yep.
So you need him to not crit on the second one.
Yeah. Oh, only 21. Does that hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, wow. That's about average.
Oof.
And you know what? I'm feeling frisky. I want to hit Brick too. So I get 3 attacks, right?
Yep.
Is Iron Tyrant? Yeah, we're gonna hit Brick.
Wait, how much damage did you say I took?
30.
39 for the second one.
39?
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta stop using the Soul Burst. I want to, but it only got 16.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Man, I should have spoken sooner. I should have told you that if you killed Jack, I'd give you a long rest.
Oh, that's all. That's all 3 of Alex's Iron Tyrant's attacks.
All right.
I think the Iron Tyrant is actually scarier than the Raven King.
And it makes sense. He was a later boss.
Yeah.
Also, though, he does have his Shadow of the World Dragon. So, Jack, you are in his necrotic aura. So you will have to save against that at the start of your turn.
Oh, I forgot about that.
All right. Let's see. So we'll just save that for now. Yeah, Jack, it's the top of your turn. So you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
20.
That will succeed. And it is your turn.
So I'm dying, which is not something that was happening 30 seconds ago. Um, so I'm going to use a bonus action to drink one of my potions or my only potion of supreme healing.
Use it before you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back
Of course.
48 health.
See, that negates like one of my attacks.
Yeah, I'm still bloodied, but I'm in much better shape than I was.
You're not dying a stiff wind.
Any attack coming my way won't totally, kill me now.
All right. What else?
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to get the potion to delete out of Roll20, and I finally did. Now that was bonus action, so no one is near her. But I can make it up into the fate square. And I can try and hit her with my blade, my actual sword, and maybe give her disadvantage on her next thing. No, I have to sneak attack to do that, don't I?
Yes.
So, but still, I can get on the fate square and I can attack her. Getting a 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
dealing 12 total damage. Because I don't have sneak attack.
All right.
And that's movement, bonus action, action. That's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, she's going to smack you. $23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll get me.
19 force damage. Also, Jack, are you flying?
No.
You're going to want to make a dexterity saving throw.
I want to use my reaction to cut that in half.
All right.
So are we rounding up or down?
So it was 19. So yeah, we'll take it down to 9.
Okay.
But this dex save is going to be much more important.
20.
So I think you managed to catch yourself. She hits you with this titanic force, and you start to just go flying. And you manage to grab the black blade of destiny and just slam it down into the rock and stop yourself from flying off forever into the void. All right. Tiny, you're up.
So start of my turn, I get some bonus from the life thingy.
Yes. You get to roll the equivalent of 3 hit dice. So I think for you that is 3d8 plus 9.
So 18. I'll take it. And then is that moonbeam up there? Is it actually gone?
Uh,
I thought she had
yeah.
given up on the concentration at some point.
Yeah, because it's an action to move it. It's not worth it.
I think I'm gonna move up there. And then we will cast. Let's do Toll the Dead honor. This will be a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Excuse me. 31.
Yeah, that'll save. And we'll go ahead and bonus action use our little hammer guy there.
Just for fun, give me a charisma saving throw.
Just for, as long as it's just for fun. A 17?
17 is not going to do it. She captures your Toll the Dead and is going to use it on Jack. So Jack needs to make a wisdom save.
12.
That is not going to do it. So that becomes D12s. I never get to roll D12s. 16 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
All right. And you were going to attack with the spiritual weapon?
Yep.
Man, it can't move that far, but somehow it's always where you need it to be. 25 will hit.
And roll damage.
All right.
And that should be all I can do.
All right. Initiative count 20. Everyone except for Alex. Give me a D20 roll.
You're still not gonna get me.
Man.
Am I the only one who hasn't been it?
Me.
Wasn't he the Storm King once last time? I
I
thought,
think so. I think you were the Storm King for a minute.
but I don't think he did a whole lot. I don't know.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't been it.
I haven't been it either.
I can look at my messages and tell. No,
I've been it 3 times.
No, Harry, you've definitely been the mad one. Because I sent it to
I'm
you.
not been the mad one. You sent it to me at the beginning of the fight.
Oh, that's random.
Because yeah, you were the Storm King once, and then Tiny was. I thought he was the
I'm
one.
pretty sure
back.
it's been Alex, Asmir, and
No,
Tiny. No,
the very first person to be corrupted was Asmir, because I was telling him, if you hit me, there's going to be consequences.
Right.
And then it was Jack twice, and it's been me 3 times.
Yeah, I've only been it once.
Now, how off the rails?
Essentially,
Go ahead.
essentially, it's like whenever it can't be my turn, it's someone else. But the moment it's my turn, it can be. It's me.
It's always you.
How wild would it be if I picked bosses from every campaign, not just this one? So somebody became like the aberrant Muppet Rat,
Oh, right.
or the giant Muppet Bear, or Bob the Necromancer.
oh no. I want Krampus.
Krampus, right? Bring Krampus back.
Bring back
Chimneys,
the vampire that just kept us blinded and stays the whole time.
the parody vampire. Oh my goodness. So, Asmir becomes the last thing. Where is Asmir? Where are you? Are you hiding?
Oh, I ran away. Yeah, so I'm all the way in the lower left.
Jeez.
Because I didn't want anybody to kill me.
He's not going to be able to touch us. He can just cast Fireball on us and kill us all.
All right. That's not ominous. Oh, so same deal. No legendary actions, and you can fly up to your speed.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you might struggle to get back in a meaningful way. All right, Asmir, roll 1d10 for me.
Oh, hang on. My computer's computering. Okay. So 1d10.
Yes. All right. Let's see what a 2 is. Probably also not going to come up. All right. Brick, you're up.
You know, if Alex was just 5 feet closer, this would be nice. But, you know, like that fly that you can't get away from, I do return. Just to annoy her. But not doing that.
Yep, that gonna miss.
Two.
Oof, that's gonna miss.
It, it's fine. You know what, we will, I'm annoying, but you know what, we'll spend a key point and we'll just do a Fury of Blows real quick, just to maybe get her attention. One more time. One more.
Oh no. Yep, the 25 hits.
Alright, what did I do? I did a 3, a 2, and a 1. Yeah, that's what I did. Kind of in a weird order too.
Oof. Just kept getting worse.
You know, it's only a 25% chance of hitting at this point.
So her
So that'll be my
scales
turn.
her scales are cracked in so many places. You can see that there is this shimmering void stuff bleeding out from her scales. But it's like the more that she bleeds, the more that she presses your blows away, diverting them into alternate dimensions and confusing them with strange shifts in gravity and motion. That was Brick. At the end of your turn, Brick, she is going to punch you. $20 to hit.
I mean, that will touch me.
15 points of force damage and knocks you 10 feet away. On her turn, you all can see that she is badly hurt. It was harder to tell when it was this big cosmic dragon, because it was just sort of like cracks in an intangible field holding a cloud together. But now she has a very humanoid form, and even though it's massive, you can still see fairly substantial wounds. Large patches of scale are blackened or burnt or cracked or seared away. And she's continuing to push herself. And you can see there's even some of this same dark void stuff is like coming from the corners of her mouth and even from like almost like tears out of her eyes. Whatever she is doing to keep this fight going is burning her up. Everyone give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
You and me.
I was like, wow, that was a really fast roll.
Oh, I got you guys.
Do I do one too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We suck.
I got a nat 1. Wait, should I have rolled it as the Hellfire engine?
No, this is for you. The Hellfire engine wouldn't notice this.
Right.
So each of you has traded blows with Tiamat. either in that sort of massive dragon form or this sort of humanoid goddess. Her blood is either on your fists or your blades, or you have conjured spells or magical weapons that have left traces that are thick with this multiversal void stuff. And as she becomes more and more injured, something begins to resonate. And you all have felt this before. It feels a lot like when you got too close to one of your alternate selves. That sort of imposition of thoughts and memories and impressions that are not your own. And you feel this connection tremble and shake. And then everything goes black. There is nothing. The true void. Absolute darkness. And then you start to hear a sound. It's water. It's tide. It's waves. You can't see anything, but it's like hearing the beach at night without even the moon up above. Out in the distance, you realize you can start to see stars, but not the stars as you would see them from your world, but the stars as you would see them from here. You see a glimpse of something forming out in the dark and empty cosmos. And this water crashes and swirls together. And where the water touches, there are sparks. Intangible, almost unnoticeable sparks. They don't light, they don't heat. But what they create is creation. They're sparks of divinity imposing itself on reality. And you see things begin to speed up. They become more abstract. Slowly light grows, and you can see that there are two waters. There are fresh waters and there are salt waters. And where the waters mingle, creation is unfolding. Out of the waters start to come new things. Beings. You realize you are seeing the birth of gods. And the waters themselves begin to take shape. They aren't just waters now. They are impossibly large dragons. And they are coiled. And now a world is forming beneath them. Dry land is spreading and separating. And you can still see where the waters are connected one to the other. And as the waters flow, the world is filled with life in all of its forms. A vast pantheon is created. And these gods reign over this world. They create a myriad of humanoid species. They create beasts and plants and monsters. And you see thousands and thousands of years of history happening in fast forward. The humanoids form tribes, form villages, form city-states, then nations, then empires, and then cataclysm, and it begins all over again. And there is a contentedness. The waters are sort of half slumbering, happily watching as this world unfolds. And then you notice something at the edge of this vision. There is a dissipation, a crumbling. At the edges of this world, it begins to unravel. And you zoom out, and you can see now that this world is a gentle sphere tucked in a sort of quiet embankment in the astral sea. This sea of life and creation and power that flows in such abundance that it's destructive and corrosive. But this world had been sheltered. But it's almost like it was behind a sandbank, and the edges of the sandbank are being washed away. And this corrosive force of higher reality begins to dissipate this world. And it's not fast. The gods see it first. Then the civilizations below notice, and they realize that their world is starting to die. Worse than die, their world is starting to be unmade. They do everything they can to stop it. Every form of magic, every form of arcana and divinity, every weaving of elemental and natural forces, every form of technology, even the intervention of the gods, and nothing stops it. It begins to destroy parts of the world. Continents just crumble into the waters and vanish. Where it touches people and beasts, they die and disappear as if they never were. Soon half this world is consumed. And the waters are no longer calm and still, but now they are restless. Some of the lesser gods have already been swallowed. And you see a serpent the size of the oceans weeping. The corruption finally touches the edge of the fresh waters, and the waters begin to dry and dissipate. And this great divine dragon of the seas is going to wait no more. She begins to swell. Her essence changes. No longer the sea that is full of life, but now the void that is full of stars. And she swallows up this world. Not to destroy it, but to safeguard it. But the corruption continues, and now it's burning her away as well. And she looks out over this astral sea, and she sees other worlds, nearby worlds, thriving and full of life with no corruption touching them. And she makes a choice. This dragon of the waters, become dragon of the void, soars through the dark tapestry of night and alights on this other world. The world was unprepared. And in days, she has swallowed it up. Now it is also inside her, but its energy is shared, and her world is preserved for a moment. But now there are two worlds, demanding twice the power of life and creation. So she sets her eyes on another world, and another, and another. And with each world she swallows, her hunger and her need grows, and her power grows, and her scope and scale grows, until she is a great shadowy void in the shape of a dragon, rampaging through this dark night. Time skips and stutters, and you see thousands of gods, tens of thousands of gods. The pantheons of all the multiverse come together, and they wage war against the dragon. Not just battle with swords or spells, but with nails shaped from the fundamental forces of reality. Using the things that underpin reality itself, they nail her in place. And she continues to hunger, but she can no longer flee or devour. And they enclose a world around her. But her hunger doesn't stop, and her needs don't stop. And she feels all the worlds inside of her fading. And so she begins to slip through the cracks. No seal is perfect. She begins to influence the minds of mortals. You see a businessman sitting at his desk, looking at a beautifully carved masquerade mask. And as he looks at it, he hears Tiamat's whispering. You see a general standing on a bloody battlefield, his lieutenant with his great sword at his side, and they also hear the whispering of the dragon. One after another, she touches mortal agents and brings them to her cause. And you see forces begin to resist her. They fight to keep her imprisoned, to stop her from escaping. But she is bigger and stronger than they are, and she breaks more seals than they can save. And she's almost free. Almost. And then you snap back into this moment. You can feel an awful chill. There is a part of her hunger and emptiness, that utmost despair of divinity itself, that is pressing down on you all. You're not stunned. You're not paralyzed. But you feel a profound despair, the likes of which you have never known before. Tiamat is going to act. She steps back one space, and she inhales a massive breath, and you see reality distorting and cracking and funneling into her. She's going to make one last breath attack. It's going to hit everyone, and you're going to make a con save with disadvantage.
Okay. Say disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh,
I got a nat 20, but it was not. I didn't get it one twice, so.
so what? What?
You rolled 2 19s. So you got a
It says
28.
47. Well, it just I see the 47. I was trying to piece together why I rolled 47 when I hit the call.
Yeah, it's
I
confused.
think I saved. I rolled double 19. I'm pretty happy about that.
All right. $49 points of force damage. So Alex will cut that in half. and will take 24 points of force damage. So I'll let you all reflect that damage while I do something real quick.
How
Is
much
that
was
hitting
how much was
fire?
full damage?
49.
49.
And I'm assuming if 15 did fail.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Everybody failed except for Alex, I guess.
Jack, did you have your temp HP too?
I did not.
Also, I'm guessing.
But
Yeah,
I
it
think
was-
I would have failed. I think I would be dead anyway.
You all see
Yeah.
the seals starting to wink out. All around this fractured space, your doppelgangers begin to take form. All appearing at once. I also just want to say I'm genuinely concerned because Maledict Jack has disappeared again. And it's starting to become a pattern. And I'm afraid that if I turn around, he is behind me.
It's like a ghost in the machine sort of thing. Grown too powerful.
All of these dark and twisted mirrors of yourselves appear. They appear scattered all along this space. One thing is very different, though. Each of them is soaked in these long, dripping trails of this dark void stuff. Almost like they are... Either they have been coated with her blood, or they are bleeding her blood from countless wounds. Who is still standing?
Everyone but Tiny. Or not Tiny, but Jack. I think.
All right. In that case, everyone but Tiny, give me a D20 roll.
I meant Jack, but yeah.
Or sorry, everyone except Jack. Brick. What does the last blow against Tiamat look like?
Oh, well, it looks like Rick ran like just came like that annoying little fly just comes out of nowhere and just absolutely demolishes her, and then her just last little bit of form just starts crumbling as the time of the battles and everyone's hits finally just breaks her skull or her shape or I don't know where this her outside
Yeah.
her armor.
The armor shell.
So, this incredible wave of emotion and terrible dimensional force presses down on all of you. Some of you fall to your knees. Jack, you begin to cough up this void-soaked blood as well. The same viscous, star-flecked substance is coughed out into your hand, and you find yourself incapacitated. all of these other forms, these other versions, these possibilities of yourself, they're all staring eerily still as they bleed from countless phantom wounds. Brick, you find control of yourself first. She had knocked you back out, hovering into space, held aloft by these electric wings of the Witch King. The crackling of ozone brings you back to yourself. You muster all your strength and speed. You disappear into the shadows that are a part of you now. You flicker through space, and blows rain down on Tiamat. Each blow comes from an impossible angle, one to the next, but they have an incredible force behind them. You manage to strike at all the places where your friends have injured her. The long, deep cuts of Alex's world-cleaving glaive. The burning wounds left behind by Asmir's fireballs. The radiant cracks and wounds left behind by Tiny's spiritual weapon. And the strange, deep, cursed wounds left by Jack and his unlucky blade. And you drive your hands of the Void Fist into each one. With each blow, this world that has been carved into your own chest pulses, and there is the weight of a world, the weight of a mountain that stretches from one reality to the next. The weight of it all is behind each blow. And under this unrelenting onslaught, not even this deity can stand. Her scales crack, and you continue to attack. Her flesh is torn, and you continue to attack. And underneath, there is something intangible, something that is barely holding her together, and it too begins to crack. And when it cracks, it's only a single crack. It's like a bomb going off. There is a dreadful silence and a darkness, and then a roaring, overwhelming sound that is so powerful that your brain just turns it off. It is beyond human hearing. This multi-dimensional deity, this dragon goddess, this personified ocean, comes apart. She loses the structure that makes her more than just a concept. There's a flood of this star-flecked water, but then an explosion as countless worlds are bursting out of her. They fly off into this dark void. You can see that some of them are already decaying. They fly through space, and pieces are dissolving into black dust that just fades away. Other worlds you see somehow are directed back to these sort of safe harbors in the astral sea. You see a sort of white glowing current running through the astral sea, and you realize that it is ether and deities like her trying their best to deliver these worlds back to the exact point in space and time where they can safely exist. Tiamat is shattered. This multiverse begins to right itself, returning to what passes for normalcy in this magical world. All these alternate versions of yourselves For one last moment, you capture a piece of who they are. You see a glimpse of how your story could have taken a very different road. And then they too start to decay and fade and come apart. Tiamat's frame is broken and fading, and then it too is gone. And it is the five of you hanging in the void. And then the void itself starts to fade and dissipate. It gives way to a light and a sort of crystal resonance. You find yourselves at the top of a massive tower. It doesn't even seem to make sense physically. There's the impression of impossible height. You are looking down at the multiverse itself, at all of the worlds nestled into the astral sea, every version of your world, all the other countless worlds out there in the dark. Each one similar and each one so different from the one you know. And you feel a warm presence approaching. You find yourselves healed in body, if not yet fully in spirit. This fight has taken something out of each of you. And it's maybe not entirely clear yet what exactly that was. The goddess Ether walks up behind you. Anyone who wants to can give me an insight check.
Oh, I still have disadvantage enabled.
I'm assuming not me.
Oh no, you're fine now.
Okay.
Turns out the goddess Ether's actually the evil one, and TMS the good one, and we've messed up.
Campaign part 2!
Phase 3 of the fight.
Now phase 3 happened.
Now the whole thing again, but backwards.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't say final.
So, everyone except Asmir catches this. Ether is, much like Tiamat, Ether is massive. She looms up above you, probably 15, 18 feet tall. She's resonating, glowing with this light of creation, of divinity. And there is an inhuman perfection to her. Like the most perfect statue you've ever seen. Made of marble and crystal. She looks too good to exist. But you all are able to see through that just slightly. You've become a little bit adapted to this divine power. And you realize that she looks sad. She says, "Thank you. I worried that I worried that this was never really going to be over. It's strange to think that it finally is. What would you all like to do?
Hmm.
That is a very good question.
Asmir
Well,
wants to go home,
know,
take a nap.
yeah, Alex would like to go back to his own personal reality.
If that's possible.
Yeah, but do we go back as gods?
Hmm.
I don't know. You have a whole world in your chest right now, so
Maybe you do.
Yeah, I still gotta figure out a place to put it.
Maybe on the mantle in like a jar or something.
Well, I mean, it is in my chest.
Oh, right.
I wonder
And I
if we
probably
had to
still
fight the Witch King. If we could just convince him not to, due to the fact that like we'd still have his planet in Brick's chest.
well, we did promise we'd go find a suitable home for his planet or
Right.
for his world.
To put it somewhere. I guess we could do that first and then go home.
Ether watches you all sort of discussing what your priorities are. I think she's going to look at Jack and Tiny first. What would you all like to do?
Do we get the sense that she knows a lot of what's going on with other universes?
She says, "You all have performed a service for all that exists that can't be overstated. Suffice it to say, there are many, many, many powerful existences that are feeling particularly accommodating to you all in this moment. Tell me what you wish to know or what you wish to do, and almost anything will be possible."
I just want to know if the universe we came from is still intact. And if it is, what about our friends, companions from there? When we left, it looked like they'd all died.
She makes a small motion and pulls something into the air in front of you. And it's a little unclear if it's the thing itself or if it's merely a representation. It feels too real, whatever is hanging in front of you. You see a world, and you vaguely recognize it from maps, except that you can see that your world has holes in it. And both of you are smart enough to know the places it has holes looks like the places where seals were destroyed. She says, the versions of your friends that fought with you at the end of your world died. But, and there's a little bit of a twinkle in her eye as she says this, for the sort of entities that wish to reward you, that death is not a particularly strong hindrance. Would you like to return to your world and see your friends restored?
I looked to Tiny. What do you think?
I think we would like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
She smiles and she waves her hand through the air, and the fragments of seals that were left from your battle with Tiamat sort of fly in from somewhere out of sight and appear floating around her hand. And you can see the fragments of the 5 seals, and she flicks her wrist, and the fragments slot into the broken places of your world, and you see your world reconstitute itself. It becomes whole again. And you can tell that this is not just a representation, but somehow you are watching the process of your world being rebuilt. She makes another gesture, and there is a deep, resonant bell tone. And you see 3 flickering lights. They sweep in from out beyond your vision, and they are shaped and reformed. And this is maybe surreal for you all as well, though perhaps not as much as it would have been years ago. And you all see versions of yourselves, not dark doppelgangers, but near identical copies. Only different in the slightest of details. Another Alex, another Brick, another Asmir. You recognize this as the Alex who died in your world fighting against General Wilhelm. They seem confused for a second, and then they turn and they see you all. What do you do?
Wave at them.
The other Brick just waves back. He looks confused, but Bricks are always confused, so he's just vibing now.
Peas in a pod, those two.
We
I
do
run
the
up and
gesture for a beer.
What'd you say, Tiny?
I run up and I give them all big bear hugs.
Yeah, I think a group hug ensues. Your world is restored, your friends are restored, and your battle is won.
And we go on to play one more game of cards.
Perfect.
So we'll put a pin in you all for just a second. Asmir, what would Asmir want at the end of all this?
Oh man. Well, seeing what possibilities my powers can do to me as far as those other doppelgangers, I guess just knowing that I'll always have control and it won't consume me.
There's Diamond right there.
Ether smiles and nods, and she raises a hand out, and you see a series of runes form in the space in front of her hand, and they fly from her hand and into your chest, and you feel them pass into the chromatic heart. And you
Alright,
feel that.
respawn real quick. Hold on, actually don't. Sorry.
Oh. The chromatic heart responds, and you feel it becoming a permanent part of yourself. Your connection to the elements is firmly in your grasp and will remain that way forever.
Nice.
Alex, what do you want?
Well, this Alex, after all these years of traveling and fighting and being a mercenary, he just kind of wants a quiet life to go back home, into his farm, and just make sure the hinterlands stay peaceful. No more Wilhelm. No more. What was the who took over again? I'm blanking for some reason.
General Morin.
Yeah, no more of the Morn regime. Just a quiet, peaceful life because he's gotten hit a lot. Alex has gotten hurt a lot, and he's kind of had that fight, this fighting spirit, kind of smothered out of him. Just as he's just kept campaigning and going, he knows where the finish line was. He's crossed the finish line now. Tiamat is dead, and he's like, I think I'm gonna call it quits there. Just want to retire and live the rest of his life in peace.
So I'm going to give you two options here. And this is me talking, and we'll decide how it plays out narratively. So there's two options. The first is to go back from this moment and to have that kind of retirement from here out. The other option, Tiamat's death is not. Tiamat's death doesn't obey the laws of causality fully, just like her existence didn't. She could also put you back in your world such that none of these things had ever happened. That there was no Tiamat, therefore there was no Morin, there was no Wilhelm. The Karn royal family was never overthrown, the hinterlands never went to war. Which would you prefer?
In all honesty, Alex would prefer the first one because he still wants to see the fruits of his labor, the things he fought for, and the driving force behind him. Just to forget it all and never see it again doesn't suit him well because it'll then feel like a dream or like it never really happened. Where he knows he fought as hard as he could, and he wants to see the fruits of his labor.
All right. Then we turn to Brick. Brick, what do you want to do?
Alright. There's some big choices here. This is so I think Rick has a two-part plan. His first one is to keep up with it was the promise he made, and to return the Ice King to bring his planet to a safe haven.
All right. And what's the second part?
To gain the knowledge of all the other bricks throughout the land, throughout the mountain.
Mountain verse.
All right.
I
So-
become the most powerful brick around.
So each of you has made your request known to Ether, working not just with her own power, but with the power of a grateful multiverse of pantheons and deities behind her. And she sets about fulfilling your wishes. The world of Jack and Tiny has been restored, now infused with this borrowed life. It is whole again. The other versions of Alex and Asmir and Brick are whole and hale as well. And we see adventures far off into the future. The normal adventures that adventurers have. Not traipsing across the multiverse, but fighting off bandits and raiding dragon hordes. Years and decades of adventure together, trailing off into the sunset. We see Asmir, this multicolored fire still burning in his chest, but a contented smile on his face as he watches the sun gently setting on the horizon, sitting on the back of Shorewood as Shorewood sails off into the waters. We see Brick, a point in the near future, a safe point, a safe harbor in the astral sea is found. And with very, very great care, the heart of the Witch King's world is removed from Brick's chest. It is infused with the power of the astral sea, with the power of these countless gods, and a fully formed and thriving world is recreated. The Witch King and all of his lightning touch slabs rejoice as their world is reconstituted, now free of the threat of Tiamat. And then we see Brick himself. His heart is replaced with a beating stone. A stone that a slab would recognize as seal stone, as a part of the great slab, the heart of the mountain. This mountain that runs from one world to the next, connecting all the different tribes of slabs. And we see Brick becoming a wanderer. He returns to his own tribe and his own slabs on occasion, but he learns to walk the winding mountain paths. Not just the points from one peak to another, but trails that slip between worlds. He becomes a slab of all worlds and all places, wherever there are raucous mountain barbarians who drink and fight and cook incredible, inscrutable, awful things. There is Brick. Brick passes into legend as the Slab of Slabs, the Slab Shaman, the Planeswalking Slab. He finds the full extent of this mountain that all the others can only know in part. And we see Alex. All of his scars, all of his battle wounds. Maybe there's even a little bit of a limp from years and years of getting knocked around and taking blows. But he's smiling. We see the village of Crestwood thriving. The fields are lush and expand out to the horizon. There are thick, deep woods. There's the sound of laughing children running in packs. There are farmers hard at work. You see the rusted roost. Everything has had a fresh coat of paint. Everything has been touched up. And there's the sounds of drinking and laughter and just the everyday joys of village life. But before that, there's one last game of cards. In a crystalline tower that looks down over all the multiverse, over all the things that exist. A tower that sits with the sound of ethereal chimes and the washing of the astral sea. A crude wooden table has been set up, large and round. And seated around it are 8 figures. Asmir and Alex and Brick, and Jack and Tiny, and Alex and Asmir and Brick. There are mugs and cups all across the table. There is a warmth and a brightness. And there is one last game of cards. And that's where we're going to leave our story. We say
Wait,
goodbye.
Am I still poisoned?
No.
Okay, good.
We say goodbye to our heroes. We say goodbye to the world of Soma. And thanks to all of you guys for playing all this way. Thanks to all the
Hey,
folks.
Real quick question.
Uh-huh.
Did we level up?
Yes,
Did we get to our
you all leveled up to 20.
Right.
Woohoo.
I'm not dead anymore.
So a thank you to everyone who has ever played as part of this world of Soma, to the other folks who have taken a hand DMing in this world of Soma. Thank you all for being a part of the story, and maybe we'll unearth this ragtag band at some point in the future and see what they're up to then. But for now, we will let them happily wander off into the sunset. The big bad defeated, the world set right, and all things as they should be. Bye, Internet.
Goodbye.
Huzzah!